I thought I was gonna be paralyzed.
Just go for it.
We should not be doing this. Like, this is so dumb. What a dumb way to die. I just slipped. I don't know what happened. I just slipped. Hey, I'm Slippn. I used to be well known in the Urbex community. Urbex stands for urban exploration, going where you're not meant to be, exploring places of the city that are not meant to be seen by the public, rooftops, train tunnels, abandoned buildings. Some was on his phone at the pool. I don't know if he saw us. Oh God, what the It's trespassing, like, it's illegal. It's popular on social media. Like, I was obsessed with it. I was obsessed with taking the best photos, doing all tunnels, really trying to push the boundaries of, you know, what was possible and what was not possible. Everything was so intense, you know, running from police, running from security, finding ways to sneak into this building, feeling the wind of a train rush by as you're in a manhole, knowing like it could be all over in 2 seconds. I don't think anyone had captured like the Australian urbex scene like me before I did it. I'd travel to different states to get clips, and my work was popular online because people always want to know what's happening in places they can't access or places they can't see. One year during Vivid, which is like a lights festival, we went up a roof and it was raining like crazy. We were taking photos at sunset, and then we hid because security were coming and we were hiding on the roof. As the night fell, one of us looked out and goes, "What is that?" And we all looked out and we realized Vivid was projecting lights onto the building we were on. Wow, what? That's fucking sick. We're looking over, seeing all the lights of like crazy neon colors of the city and thinking like, what, this is crazy. So we were all like getting pelted with rain. I was in my school uniform still. I was obsessed with it. I think when I first started, I was 14, kind of shy, and like I was getting like bullied in school, problems making friends. I wasn't doing that good. My parents were strict. My mum, she put a tracker on my phone and I was only allowed to go certain areas. And in the urbex community, like a lot of people are having family issues, like whether it's because, you know, you're the type of person that's gonna hang off a building, or maybe you're hanging off a building because the stuff that's happening at home. I just, you know, it felt like cool, like I can be cool somewhere, you know, like I can feel like I found my place somewhere. You make a bond with people like that, you know. I've found people that are like me. What helped make everything so special is you knew like this is not gonna last forever. You don't typically do things like this in broad daytime, but we were just like, we don't care. So I wake up on this public holiday and I check my phone's going off. One of my friends is saying like, because it's a public holiday, like, let's do this roof. Public holidays means there's no security. They're on holiday, it was like they have a day off. We were trying to do things that hadn't been done. We were trying to do crazier buildings, and it was like the biggest building site in North Sydney at the time. Half asleep, I'd barely eaten, I was like, whatever, let's go do that. In like broad daylight, we may get done, like things really easily may go wrong. We should not be doing this, like this is so dumb.
Actually, there is a one. Oh, fuck.
Anyway, and we get into the building site and we've walked up maybe like 60 flights of stairs. I was taking some photos, my friends like taking like Snapchats and stuff. Got all the way to the top and the building had a crazy view. It was like the tallest building in the area. We watched the sunset, like crazy colors. Everything was like calm. One of us looks down and sees there's a security car driving around in the site. We're running, bro, I'm running. Like, I'm not getting caught today. Like, exit out of the stairwell into the main area of the site. And as we get to the bottom of the building site in the open, like the car was in the site. I just need to get out of here. I just can't get caught. Like, I'm not trying to get done. Like, and so we all rushed to the fence. I climbed to the top of this fence. I'm like, I don't know, I just slipped. I don't know what happened, I just slipped. I fell down 6 stories.
the 1st of October 2018. After being chased by security in a construction site, I attempted to climb a fence to escape. My foot slipped and I fell backwards, down the crane shaft, 6 stories. I'll never forget the echoes of my best friend's scream. I'll never forget the doctor's solemn expression as she told me I'd broken my back. My sister's tears. With CTs, MRIs, X-rays, surgery. At 17 years old, I almost lost a life of freedom for a few fleeting moments of feeling free.
What a dumb way to die. Like, you're not falling from a rooftop. You're not getting hit by a train. Bro, I fell at the bottom floor of a construction site. And so yeah, we get to hospital, I get rushed through. The pain was crazy. So they do x-rays and give me painkillers and emergency surgery, and I had a spinal fusion, so I had 2 rods and 4 screws in my back. I thought I was gonna be paralyzed. Going through like the surgeries and going through different hospital procedures, like I couldn't imagine life, you know, without being able to walk or having these problems, right? My family were amazing during the time of my recovery. Like, my dad, he would come and stay with me every night in the hospital. Like, there was a terrible like little lounge thing next to me and he would sleep on it every night. My mum would come and visit me every day. My sister flew in from overseas to come and be with me. Like, I had a lot to come to terms with. It's like, cool, like, this is your fault. You know, seeing my mum so upset and so anxious and things like that. Basically, like, I broke the one vertebrae in your back that you can break without having lifelong problems, you know? And I had to learn to walk again, a lot of like rehab and recovery process. Like, I've put all this strain on my family, you know? They're having to come visit me at hospital, they're having to come do this. It was like, that, you know what I mean? There's no one else to blame. Like, it is fully my fault, you know? I cannot hurt my family, I cannot hurt my mum like that again, you know? Maybe for the first time in my life, I realized like life is so short. I felt so blessed. Like, I kept waking up being like this is crazy. Like, I cannot believe like I'm here. I shouldn't be here right now. Once I got better, once I recovered, I just kept going. The way my brain worked, I couldn't stop. I was in hospital thinking about the roofs I was gonna do, like, as crazy as that sounds, right? I had been doing this for so long. It was such a core part of who I was, and I couldn't imagine doing anything else. And I think, like, when you're young and you're running from cops every weekend, you're in train tunnels, you're seeing like craziest things, death in front of your face, like, it is like unnatural levels of adrenaline. Generally, I felt addicted. There was times where I would do a train tunnel and I would come home and cry because I felt so guilty. I knew if my parents found out I was doing Urbex, it would be game over. I would be grounded forever. We were in this train tunnel, it was all good. We took photos and we left. Came home and like, I guess I still had like tunnel grease on my face. My dad was yelling at me in the middle of the street, like in front of my friends. My mom like broke down to me and said like, you can't live with me. How could you do this to us? You're gonna die if you keep doing what you're doing. I was so ashamed and it really hit me like, I can never do this again. So like I went to therapy. The way that my therapist like treated me was the way that she treats people that can't stop cheating on their partners and people that are addicted to hard substances, like a mix of those two things, which like, you know, puts things into perspective, I guess. It was an addiction, like I was hurting other people, I was putting my life in danger. It's just as valid as any other addiction, you know? Like, if I keep doing this, like I'm gonna die. And I just knew like it's only a matter of time before this happens to someone else. Out of nowhere, I received a phone call saying, one of my best friends, one of the people I started doing everything with, he's fallen off a train. This friend like was kind of known for doing stuff to the extreme, you know? So I just instantly knew things were not good. He lost his life while train surfing. I mean, yeah, like losing a friend. One of my best friends, one of the people I started doing everything with is like so upsetting. such a painful and traumatic thing to go through. For me, it just really affirmed like that what we did, you know, what we were doing was so dangerous. Obviously I've stopped, my friends have stopped now, but I'm seeing these 12, 13-year-olds on TikTok doing the same thing that my friend died from.
Check me out train surfing.
You know, after my friend died, like a few weeks afterwards, one of the young people recognized me and said, oh, like, Slippn, like, you're the reason, like, I Urbex and started Urbexing, and was showing me videos of him train surfing. My friend has just died doing, like, what you're showing me. Like you need to understand, like, that once one of your friends dies doing it, bro, your life will never be the same, you know? Like, to go see my friend, like, we have to go to the graveyard. For every young person, I try and push the message of, like, nothing is worth your life. After I stopped urbexing, like, was struggling to find, like, my place in society, my identity again, you know. One day I had an idea, like, maybe I should do a music video. I messaged like a local rapper. He said, yeah, like, let's film a video this weekend. There's boys in balaclavas and there's boys wielding flares and, like, manicness, right? And, like, I just felt, for the first time in, like, a year, I feel like I'm doing what I'm meant to be doing, you know? Like I finally feel like when I was coming home after a tunnel or on the bus home after a roof, that video I did, like, it went crazy. It did like a few million views on YouTube. And, like, from that day, I have not stopped. His death was so painful and traumatic for all of us, but it also, like, made us all realize, like, life is so short and life can be taken away at any second, and, like, there's no point. Urbex is dangerous and it can cost your life, and no photo, no experience, no doing anything is worth your life.